Okay, so I'm going to go through some, but not all of the study guide. So there's some links here that you guys can click on. Some of them are taking you to dorky videos. Some of them are just asking you if you can see certain things. Anything that's in pink, you skip. So let's start off with phylum Porifera. Again, includes sponges. Make sure you know there are two key features, collar cells and pores. And this one I'm not going to go through. I want you to look it up in your notebook. But there are small pores, there are large pores. The small pores, waters move into this opening. With the large pores, they move out of this opening. Moving on to number 7. So this one is a question I got asked a lot today. Collar cells are used for creating a blank of water and capturing blank. So they're capturing plankton. Even if you put food particles, that's probably okay, but plankton. But what did plankton move on? We covered plankton move on current. So that's what the collar cell is creating with the flagella. As it's wiggling the flagella back and forth, it is creating a current of water, and then it captures the plankton. So this goes back to that animation that we were taking a look at. So I'm talking about this one again, where the collar cell is creating the current, brings in food particles, digests some for itself, gastrodermis. The amoebocyte in the mesophyll comes in, digests some food for itself, carries it across the mesophyll. You can't see it here, but it's taking it to the epidermis to feed the outside layer of the sponge. And it just keeps doing this all day long. Okay, so moving on here, our 3 layers are the gastrodermis, again, patches of collar cells, mesophyll, and epidermis on the outside. So that kind of covers this. On this one, make sure you're able to describe that animation that I just showed you. So again, rewind this, go watch it again. Middle layer, again, mesophyll. Make sure you know what's located, what it does. Make sure you know what the amoebocyte also produce. Again, super important. It's inside of your notebook. And then what's the outside layer called? All right, moving on to how it reproduces. Again, it can reproduce asexually or sexually from the union of this and this. Make sure you're able to sketch a sponge larva. There's a link here to show you that. This one I'm not going to give you, but make sure you know the difference between budding and regeneration. I'll leave 16 and 17 at that. Over here, coming off of number 14, why are they considered animals? What type of nervous system they have? What type of digestive system they have? What does it mean when they can't move? And then what is the type of symmetry? Again, all of it in your notebook. I'm going to leave you to that. If you missed notes, like right here, this link will take you to my video lecture. It'll cover it. What are my 2 classes of sponges? Again, we shortened up the names for this phylum, and then make sure you're able to distinguish what class belongs to what. All right, right here on Phylum Cnidaria, which includes sea jellyfish, sea anemones, and coral. What's their key feature? Where is that key feature normally found? What are the 3 layers of the Cnidarians? Remember, one of them is changed. That middle layer is not called the mesophyll anymore. How do they digest their food? Again, GVC, just give me the full name right here for number 43. What does this produce? What does the GVC produce to digest that food? All right, coming over here, type of reproduction. Similar to sponges, asexual and sexual. What is it called when they reproduce asexually? What type of nervous system they have? What type of symmetry? And what are the 2 body types? This link here will show you the 2 body types again. All right, sexual reproduction combines what and what? Sketch a sponge larva. There's one right here. Make sure you know what the juvenile jellyfish looks like. This part right here, you're going to need to look at. It's kind of hard for me to put every single piece into the flowchart, but know the parts of the jellyfish life cycle. This link will help you out. Unlike sponges, make sure you know how many genders the Cnidarians have. Remember, sponges are hermaphroditic. They can bounce back and forth between male and female. What do the gonads look like? What do they use to catch their prey? And then what is it injecting it with? Coming on over here, this part right here is the quiz. Like, if you're going to focus on something right here, this is a good thing to focus on for the quiz. What are the 3 classes of Cnidarian? Which is the most common? Like, where do you find jellyfish? And how many species are there? Which one are the box jellyfish? What class is that? How many species are there? This one. Which class includes coral, sea anemones, sea pins? Make sure you know the stuff about coral. They have a calcium carbonate skeleton. Okay. Why do they need clear water? Again, it's towards the end of the notes. And then what % of food is produced by what's living inside of the coral? And what are they feeding them, I guess. And then finally, Calcium carbonate, we've talked about this in a previous unit. This is not, technically this is not inside this section of the notebook. It's in your notebook, but not in this section. So where did we talk about calcium carbonate? These two, like this one right here, what is going to steal away the CaCO3? Again, go back to your ocean acidification unit. So I'll help you out with 54, ocean acidification. But go back and look what steals away the CaCO3. And then this one goes back to the article, what are coral now eating, which it now kind of mistakes for food.